Hello everyone, my name is Ahmed. In today's C# lesson, we're going to talk about list and the for each loop. Let's begin. Okay guys, let's begin with the list. Now, lists are basically containers that we can restore some values in there, like arrays. So, what were we doing when we tried to create an array? We were writing int array and assigning some values, let's just say new int 5, and assign some values as well. And by the way, we can assign values and create array at the same time like this. Let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and put the semicolon. Now, what did we create? We create an array, right? Now, what does this array's length? This array's length is 5. So, length is 5. So, what can we do? We can change all of these values as we can, but we cannot add another value to this arrays. So basically I can set another value in those curly brackets. Why is that? Because my length is 5. When I try to add my 6th value, I'm gonna get an error. But in the list there is a difference. So let me just create an list class, then a list object. So I'm just gonna write list, and as you can see it's already showing me how to write list. So I'm just gonna click that and put these lesser than and bigger than symbols. Then I'm gonna write my data type here. So I'm gonna create an integer list named, let's just say, list. Then of course I'm gonna create that list, new list integer, and of course I'm gonna assign it some values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is the length of this list? For now, this is a crucial point, for now it's 5. But as you may notice, I didn't assign any length values in here like we did in array method. So if I try to delete this, of course I need to put the semicolon there. Now if I try to delete this and also this, I'm gonna get an error, right? Why is that? Because I need to assign it to some length. I need to assign this array's length. But in my list method, I can delete this and not get an error. Why is that? Because my list function here, list object here, doesn't necessarily to have any length range. So it's basically has an infinite length range. So let's just do what? Let's just add some values and print those out. Again, let me just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then put the curly brackets there and semicolon. Now, what I want to do is that I want to first print those out. Let's say create right line. How am I going to print the list? I can just do the same with the array one. I can write list 0 here and print my what? Print my 0th position there. And of course I need to write console read line as well. And let's execute my program. And as you can see, I'm getting the 1 value from there. Now, I'm gonna add some values to that list method. How am I going to do that? If I just come here and write my list object's name and put a point there, as you can see, it's already showing me that I can try adding there. Then I need to create an open and close parentheses, then add my value inside those parentheses. And I'm just gonna add what? Add 6. Then I can add again like add 7. And as you may notice again, I can add infinitely numbers of values in my list method. Why was that? Because list has no length range. It has infinite length range. And again, now this was my 0th position, right? This was my 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So what position does my 6th have here? It has my 5th position, right? And for the 7th, it's the 6th position. So if I try to print my list 5 position, what will be the value that I'm gonna get? As you can see, I'm gonna get my 6th value here. And again, if I try to print my 6th position of value, I'm gonna get the 7 here. Now, I want to do what? I want to remove some values from my list method. How am I going to do that? I can easily write list point and remove. Then I'm gonna add the position of my values between those parentheses. Remember, the position of my values. What are the position of my values? Let me just write those down. Let's say 3 and 4 for the 5, and the other ones already written. So I want to do what? I want to remove my fifth position. So then I remove my fifth position and try to print out my fifth position now. What is the result that I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get the result of 7. Why is that? Because when I didn't remove my 5, this was my 6th position, but when I did, this decreased to 5th position. And actually, let's see on the step, let's see by step. Let me just click step over here, and as you can see, it starts from there, then it comes to my array, then it comes to my list here, it executes this list one, then as you can see, I can see my list value here. As you can see, I have one value in my 0th position, 0 to 4, because I didn't add the 6 yet. So when I add my 6, I'm gonna get what? Let me just check. Okay, 5th position, value 6. Then what's going to happen? I'm gonna get my, okay, I'm gonna get my 6th position, 7 value. So I have my 7 value at 6th position. Now what's going to happen? This 6th position going to decrease to 5. Then my 7 value will be on 5 position when this code is gets executed. Then let me just execute my code again, and as you can see, I have my 7 at my 5th position. Now I want to do what? I want to print out all of my list or arrays values. How am I going to do that? I need to create a loop for that, right? But when I try to loop my array, I'm just coming in writing for loop, right? How am I going to do that? I can just write b0, then I can say array length, and let's just say I++, then console write line array b, right? If I do this, what's going to happen? I'm gonna print my array here. As you can see, I'm printing my array. But when I try to print my list, what I'm going to use? I can just use my list here, right? The answer is no, guys. Why is that? Because I have no length in my list method. As you may notice, I didn't assign any length, so I can get my length here. I can do this like the array one. I can just write array length, I can get the array length and do the loop. But for the list, I can't do that. As you might see, it's going to give me an error. So how am I going to loop this all around? How am I going to get all of my values in my list? I can just write like 6 and list I. Then when I start my program, I can easily get all of my list values like this. But why am I writing this? Because now I know the length of my list right now, right? I know the length. I can see right there. This is the 6th position, but I'm removing this, so it decreases down to 5th. Write 6 there, and I can do the loop, right? But if I were to didn't know my length of list like this, how am I going to loop that? I can't write anything right there, right? I can write anything on this argument. So what do we have for this? We have for each loop, guys. This is the easiest loops for printing out arrays, lists, etc. How are we going to create a for each loop? I'm just gonna come here and write for each. Then, as you can see, note, tap twice to insert the for each snippet. I'm just gonna click tap twice, and as you can see, it automatically completed for each method for us. So what am I going to change right now? I'm just going to change this in collection part, because this collection part is equals to my array or my list, or basically my container. So if I change this to array here and print out my items in array, as you may see, this is the item part, this is the name of the items in array. I can change this to elements also, or whatever you like. This is literally the variable's name, so I'm just gonna leave it with the item and say item here. As you may notice, I didn't input any integer length here, and when I start my program, as you can see, it's automatically put my arrays inputs, right there, arrays values. Now let's do it for our list part. How am I going to do that? I can just change this array to list. Then when I try to execute my command, as you can see, what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 values of my list, guys. Okay, let's do it one more time with the step by step right now. Let me just click step this, and let's step over the array, let's step over the list and check our lists. As you can see, we have 5 values, 0 to 4th position. Then let's just step over again. What do we have now? We added the 6th here. We have 6 value in our 5th position. Then what are we going to get? We are going to add 7 value at our 6th position. And as you can see, we have the 7 value in our 6th position. Now what's going to happen? We are going to remove the 5th item in our list. Then let's just check the list again. As you can see, what did we remove? We removed the 5th item there. Be careful, 5th item, not like the position of our arrays count. We start counting arrays or lists at 0, right? But in this list remove part, it's just the count of the items. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to get removed. Or we can say, let's just stop this, remove 6. So what's going to be removed right now? We are going to remove this one, right? Let me just start again. And as you can see, we remove the 6th item in our list. Oh, sorry. 6th item, not the position like arrays or list, guys. And with that, we came to end of our topic, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in our next C# lesson. Goodbye.